All right, so I'm going to show you how to make the drip dry wall hanging. So what you're going to need is you're going to need your yarn and your hoop, and then you're also going to need a scissor. And you're going to have to use probably the majority of this yarn. What you're going to do is you're going to cut long strips of yarn, almost from, if you put your arms out, fingertip to fingertip, and then cut them. I already have a bunch cut because I'm just going to show you how to attach them to the hoop right now. So with each piece of string, you're going to fold it in half, so you have a little loop, and then you put your loop. Your loop is going to go under your hoop, just like that. And then you're going to take the ends of the string and you're going to put them through the loop and pull. And you're just going to repeat that. I like to fill up probably like 2/3 of the hoop, so you're going to need a lot of string. So I am going to put the video on time lapse right now, and I'm going to try and fill up all my hoop. All right. So cut that string and we'll fill up our hoop. All right, so I put string around probably like 1/3 of my hoop, but if you want to go halfway, you can. I think the more you look better, the more it looks better. I used about pretty much half of my ball of yarn. This is what I have left. So I pretty much used half. So the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna dye it. So to dye it, you really should do this outside. I'm doing it inside right now because it's just easier. So what you're gonna do, get like a cup. You could do like a red cup or just any plastic cup or plastic container. And I am going to wet about half of my string. Can't see it that well. So I just put it in there and then I'm going to squeeze it out over the container so it doesn't go anywhere. So then half of my string is wet. So then I'm going to take my color. I'm going to put, so this is concentrate, so you probably won't need all of it. I'm going to put a nice 2 healthy squeezes. I like dark color. So what you're going to do is we're going to dye about half of our yarn that blue color. So you're going to dip, go up to half of it. If you go a little higher, that's fine. And then pull out. And squeeze out. You should be wearing your gloves too. Squeeze out the excess that you have. So there we have like about that much. And we're gonna let this dry outside. So the color as we let it dry is gonna like fade a little and travel down. So now I have about half of it blue. And then I am going to take that blue section, I'm gonna kind of divide it in half in my head and take the bottom part and just leave it soaking in that blue for a while. We're gonna try and get a nice like really dark blue on the bottom. So I'm gonna leave it in probably for about a minute, maybe 30 seconds. I'm gonna do 30 seconds. So this is actually just tie-dye dye. So if you have extra dye, you could do a little tie-dye. So I'm just gonna let it, I'm like kind of dipping it in. And we're gonna let it drip dry. So the top, this portion, it's gonna end up being lighter than the bottom. So it's been 30 seconds. So I'm gonna, you see there's just a little change. It gets darker. So I'm gonna squeeze it out just a little bit. And then right now I'm gonna be very careful. You should be doing this outside. It's better outside. I am going to bring this in outside and hang it to dry it. So when you see me next, it's gonna be hanging to dry. All right, so I'm hanging it to dry outside. As you can see, we're outside the studio. So we have our white section on top, and then we have the bottom half is blue, and this is the lighter blue, and then this is the bottom part of the blue is darker because we soaked it in longer. So what's going to happen is the dye is going to keep on going down too. So this section will probably come out a little later, but it looks cool already. So it probably just needs a couple hours to dry, especially it's kind of warm out today and sunny, so we're gonna let it dry, see what happens.